Alright, so flirting. You know, I was trying to figure out a way how to do this. Hang on, wait. There's another question about flirting. Let me share it with you here. Okay, here's the other question. I just finished college and I've put dating on the back burner for a while. I know college girls are supposed to date. I hear it all the time. Although I put my goals first. I want to get back in the dating scene, but never really learn how to flirt. See, what is this? Okay, now, alright. It's true, it's possible that for a short time, you want to focus yourself like a laser on something that you want to accomplish. So that is possible. It is. But again, I say that this whole I was just too busy and focused to date is a cop-out 9 out of 10 times. There's something this person is hiding, there's something this person is running from, but at least in this example, both of these ladies are ready to get back on the horse. So, hey, if you see this, tell me your story. I really want to know the details. Let me know if I'm mistaken. Find me. Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, YouTube, B. Dave Walters. But flirting. I was trying to figure out a way how to show you guys this and how to do this effectively. And I thought about getting one of the people that I know is good at it back with me, and either us recording banter in between us or writing it out, and you could see it almost like a transcript. But I decided for the most part that would only get me in trouble. so I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to explain to the best of my ability how flirting works. The first thing that you need to know about flirting and how to flirt effectively is it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be playful. Okay? Flirting really shouldn't be too nasty, honestly. I mean, some people go for like really, really dirty talk, but for my money and in my mind, when you get into like really dirty talk, then you're doing dirty talk or phone sex. You're not flirting anymore, okay? I mean, if you're doing it right, if you're flirting correctly, you shouldn't really be too embarrassed, even if your mom heard it, honestly. And a lot of the attraction is in illusion, and it's in things that it's almost in what you don't say, and a lot of it is with how you say it. Like, you know, we talked about in the past ones that body language is 55% of the message, okay? Tonality, how you say something, is 38% of the message. The actual words are only 7% of the message. Let me give you an example. If I say, I'm gonna get you, versus, I'm gonna get you. Didn't I just communicate two very different things? Or, you're in trouble now, versus, you're in trouble now, versus, you're in trouble now. Didn't I just say three different things? Okay. So, what you gotta look at when flirting is, like everything, you want to make the other person feel better about themselves, okay? You want to make the other person feel special, alright? Now, again, ladies, men, this is very easy to do for us. And actually, this is true of all people. When you're talking to someone and you want to convey that you like them, touch them slightly, just gently. Like while you're talking to them, just reach out and touch their arm or something. Okay? Or women with men, you reach out and you touch his arm, and I shared this in the men episode. You just ask him, "Oh, have you been working out?" It doesn't matter if his arm feels like a loaf of bread. Okay? He's going to say, "Oh, really? Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, a little bit, you know, or whatever." But you're going to see his chest swell up. Okay? Now, play it by ear when you're doing this, because different people have different personal space barriers, okay? For the most part, when you talk, don't necessarily get too close to somebody. If you really want to be good at this, look at the video that I did on personality, or the article that I did on examiner.com about personality. Because if you can identify if they're visual, kinesthetic, auditory, or auditory digital, then that can shape how you approach them. Because what you do to get with a kinesthetic is not the same as what you do to get with a visual person. But some things work in general. Like I said, it should be playful. It should be fun. It should be lighthearted. It shouldn't get too intense. Both of you should laugh a little bit. If you're not laughing at least a little, or have a smile so big that you can't control it, then you're probably not doing it right. Okay? Guys, if you're going to touch her, if she's going to let you touch her, start off by little small things that you can do. Like if you're sitting somewhere together, remember the ultimate first date is coffee. If you're sitting somewhere together, if her hands are on the table, just move your hand out and just with your one index finger, put your finger on her index finger and just let it sit there for a second. If she pulls it back, don't panic, dude. Just don't worry about it. Just don't chase her. If she pulls it back, just means she don't want you to touch it right now. No problem. She might be all for it later on. She just doesn't want it just yet. Now, if when you put your finger there, she lets it stay there, you talk for a little while longer, you keep laughing, and then you just kind of, gently like move your finger along her finger, along her knuckle, something like that while you're talking. That's it. That's all you gotta do, okay? And then you just kind of let it go from there. Alright? You don't want to be too forward. You never want to be too forward. You never want to come on too strong. Okay? Now, ladies, oftentimes you guys may think that you're being more open and more available and more enticing than you really are. Okay? So, pay attention to little clues that people do. And I apologize, I'm better explaining to guys how to flirt with women because I've had a lot more experience doing that than explaining to you how to flirt back with guys. But here's some little cues that you can always pay attention to. If when you're talking to somebody, they kind of play with their hair, I can't do it anymore because mine is gone. But if they kind of play with their hair, things like that, that's called unconscious grooming. That means they like you or they at least care what you think. Okay? So guys, if you're talking to a girl and she kind of does that and she's, while you're talking, she's unconsciously trying to make herself more attractive for you. Guys do the same thing. Okay? Now, so if you're talking to this guy and he sort of, smooths his hair or something like that, it's the same thing. Or if he kind of like arranges himself a little bit while you're talking, he's like, oh yeah, that's great. That is awesome. Wow. Same thing. It's an unconscious grooming response. You guys may notice I do it sometimes when I'm sitting here talking to you. Like I just kind of pull at this thing because I care what you think. I care that I look good. Okay? So pay attention to that. Also, if you're in a place, especially if it's well lit, look at their pupils. If their pupils dilate, if the black part of their eye physically gets bigger, okay? Your pupils dilate whenever you look at anything that you like, anything that makes you happy. Your pupils get bigger so that you can physically take in more of it, okay? So if you're talking to him or talking to her and he's looking at you and he's got a smile on his face and you see they're wide open, chances are high he's into you, okay? So, because not everybody knows how to express themselves clearly. Not everybody knows how to convey what they want in a way that you can perceive. But body language works 10 out of 10 times. Now, a lot of times people ask me, they show me pictures and things, and I can tell you stuff like whether or not somebody likes you just based on a picture that they're in with you. And people can never figure out why I can do this. Well, one of the things that I'm doing, among many things, is I look at their body language, okay? When a person is talking to you, like I said before, you want to try and give them some space, but you want to give them some space when you're being conscious about it, okay? Like if you're sitting somewhere side by side, when you're talking periodically, like if they lean in against you just slightly and then lean back out again, that's a good sign that they like you, okay? Or if you tell a little joke or something, they're like, oh, and bump into you a little bit like that, that's a good thing. If you want to show someone that you like them, try doing that. Chances are you're going to do it unconsciously. The key to flirting is just be cool about it. Don't try too hard. Make it playful. Make it fun. Just have a little bit of banter with them. Your natural instincts will take over past a certain point. And don't take yourself too seriously. And don't take them too seriously. It's supposed to be playful. If it's not playful, you're not doing it right. Okay? And I am about out of time. But don't be afraid to be yourself. Oh, and don't use lines. Lines don't work. Everybody knows lines. It takes you out of the situation. It breaks up the flow. It's bad. Just be you. Be genuine. Be fun. Okay? We're probably going to have to talk about this one more, though. Alright, I'm all done. Find me. Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, anywhere. B. Dave Walters. You're great. I love you. Okay, bye-bye.